Gemini, hello, it's the Scorpio Stellium here, your no bullshit tarot card reader. I'm going to take a look at love and relationships, money and career, and family and friends for you in this reading for the week of November 15th. So let's take a look at what we got at the end of the reading. I will also pull 3 cards for your message that you need to hear this week, what the universe wants to tell you. Let's see what we have for you, Gemini. I feel one more shuffle. All right, that's it. All right, got for love and relationships. Oh, okay, so it starts off with the reverse 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles reversed, and reverse Lovers as well. So there's trouble in paradise, Gemini. Make no mistake about it. There is some difficulty in relationship right now. These cards are very much about your partner, your love object, whoever your affection is towards. And this is the person that you are like, this is your one. This can be your spouse. This can be your I don't know, whatever they are to you, the person that you love so much. Having both of these reversed, it's like you're not getting an opportunity, okay? This is the Ace of Pentacles reversed. The opportunities for growth are not there right now. You may be feeling stagnant in the relationship. You may be feeling like everything is kind of blah right now, where I don't know who wants to move things forward or who wants to shake things up, but somebody is not getting the opportunity to do that. Having the reverse 10 of Cups, it almost seems like you're making it look like everything is okay with you, and everything is not okay with you. You could even be dealing with breakups this week. Having the reverse Lovers, that's possible. You can be dealing with having separation of any kind between you and your partner, where it's just not getting along. Like I said, you can have splits. You can have dealing with a long-term split where you're already in this situation of separation. But you have a lack of growth opportunities right now with the reverse Ace of Pentacles in the middle. And then now we're going to come back around to that because I do a round 2 where I clarify, give you more information. So we'll talk about love again in a minute, but let's talk about career and finance right now. Also stagnant energy, also a lot of burdens. You're running out of patience and you're tired of waiting. That's what this really is here. We have the 10 of Wands, all these heavy burdens that you are carrying. You might have a lot of debt. You might have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, but it feels heavy to you right now. And the reverse Temperance card, it seems like you just can't get things to balance out. You can't get that bank account to reconcile. You feel like things are, you're sick of waiting for your time. When is my time for things to move forward? When can I see the benefit of all of my work? And what we have instead is the 4 of Swords. We have this period that says wait. We have the universe saying wait. It is a rest period. It is a time that you just have to get through the difficulties, because right now is not the week for you to just have all of the money, for you to just shine and have what you want, what you're working towards. This is a stagnant type of period. Usually I will tell you this when I see stagnant, because this is life, right? Life is always not in a crisis yet, in a crisis, coming out of a crisis, right? It's always one of those things. So I don't feel that you're in a crisis right now, but I feel like you're probably coming out of one, or you're preparing to go into the next one. But it does feel like a period of waiting. It's something that's preparing you for something else. Now, I also want to say, because that sounded very dire, with this, you're always going in or out of one. You also have periods, of feast and a famine, right? And then the in-betweens. So you are in an in-between stage. You're not in one hardcore thing or the other. And I think that your fear is that this is going to get worse. I think your fear is that the burdens upon you are going to grow instead of decrease. So we're going to look at that in a minute. We're going to clarify and get more information. We'll circle back around. Let's look at family and friendships, so platonic type relationships. We have the reversed King of Swords, 2 of Swords, and Justice. What we've got here with the reverse King of Swords is somebody who is misusing their authority or misusing their words, because the swords are conversant cards, and the King of Swords, normally upright, he is very intelligent, very witty, very strategic. And having it reversed shows a negative side of that king energy, that King of Swords energy. So we have somebody who is misusing or mistreating you in some aspect. And what we have with the Two of Swords next to it is a stalemate. Trying to reach a decision but feeling stuck, not knowing which direction to go, how to balance everything back out again, how to make things work. So you can have a friend or a family member or a family situation that you feel that you are stuck in, and you don't know which way to go. We have the Justice card next to it. So I think that your desire here is for fairness. You don't really care if you win or lose here. You just want everything to be fair for everybody. You want the diplomacy to return. You want the peace to return. You don't feel like it really matters so much if you come out on top or not. You just want, like, you know, everything to go back to normal. That's kind of I feel like you're feeling right now. So let's go ahead and start clarifying some things. Let's first clarify the love situation and what's going on there. So it does feel very challenging. Wasn't still shuffling cards. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords. So we do have betrayal here. We do have backstabbing. We do have feeling like there's endings to something. We do have some heartache going on. So again, I think that for a lot of you, this is either in separation or just had a separation or working towards one. And, you know, hopefully if you haven't hit the separation stage yet, for some of you, if you are like happily married, for example, if for those Gemini people that I'm talking to, I just want to say it can be a shitty week for the marriage. That doesn't mean that the marriage is falling apart or like, oh my gosh, you're going to get divorced. I just want to say there's a scale, there's a continuum of severities for this, but it does feel like there is a feeling of an ending or a heartbreak or a difficulty going on within the relationship. So let's clarify lack of opportunities for growth. Woohoo. Okay. With the Ace of Swords. So we have the Five of Wands as the clarifying card. And the Five of Wands here, guys, this is tension, this is struggle, this is competition. So it may be what's needed here is just to take a step back and not fight about it anymore. Some arguments aren't worth it. You know, remember like when your mother used to tell you, like, pick your battles? Or if you're a parent, you always tell yourself that, pick your battles. And then this may be one of those pick your battles kind of things. I think that putting your energy and your effort and your struggle and your fight into it this week is probably not going to do any good. Not right now. So it is a struggle. There is tension. We have Saturn, which is the restricted planet in Leo. And then we're clarifying the Lovers with the reversed Six of Wands. Okay, so the Lovers and the Six of Wands reversed. There's a lack of victory here. There's where you thought things were going to be good for you. The Six of Wands is a victorious card, but it's got a little caveat in it. We haven't achieved victory yet. We're coming up to it. We're almost there, right? And the reverse Six of Wands is where it just fell through. The victory that you thought you were going to have. So the success in the relationship that you thought you were going to have is not there. At least this week, it's not there. So it's a difficult week for love. I'm going to be real with you. All right, let's look at money and finance and career, which money is finance. So I don't know. I just say that for some odd reason. Okay, let's look at your money and your job. Let's just make it easy. Your money and your job. 10 of Wands. Okay, 7 of Swords, clarifying 10 of Wands. It makes me wonder if some of your financial struggle is not due to somebody else deceiving you in some way. If somebody didn't like try to sell you something that wasn't really what they said they were selling you, or if there was a contract issue, or if you got locked into something that you didn't really need to be locked into, and it created more debt. But there's this deception, this lying to kind of energy with the 7 of Swords, clarifying it. It does make me feel that this is not something that you laid in your own lap, that you got from somebody else doing something wrong or cheating or lying about. And then the reverse Temperance card, we're going to clarify this. I think this is you running out of patience. I think you want a resolution to this other issue is what's going on here, and you're running out of patience. Okay, we have the Two of Swords. Locked into a stalemate, trying to make decisions. Which decision is it going to be? What are we going to do about it? It does feel like a lack of movement forward for you this week, a lot of it. We have the Two of Swords twice in this reading, which really is we're at a crossroads, and we're not going this way, we're not going that way, we don't know which way to go. You don't know what to do about it right now. So you do nothing, which is the Four of Swords, because you really don't have a choice, honestly. You don't have a choice right now to do much. You're kind of stuck. And Six of Swords. So I did say I think that you're going to have an opportunity in the future, and I agree still with that. I don't think this is done and over. I don't think that you're going to lose out on this one. I think that it's a waiting period, because the Six of Swords is this mental energy, because we have Mercury in Aquarius, which is establishing a new order, you know, figuring out a new way to go forward. Aquarians, that sign, they do not like the policies and procedures book, because they want to figure out if anything's not going the way that, if anything's not working, they want to figure out how to make it work better. And so here we have Mercury trying to figure out how to make things work better. So I think you are going to be establishing a plan. You're going to be able to move forward with this. I don't think this is going to screw you over forever and ever. I think that this week you're still dealing with it, but there's an element of beginning to plan. So in your rest period, in the period of time, and when I say rest, I mean there's nothing you can do about it. You're just kind of like, well, there's no movement in it this week. You're still formulating some plan to move things along. Of course you are, Gemini. That's what you do. Okay, let's look at this last line with friends and family. We have the Six of Pentacles. So we do have some power struggles going on here. And it may even be over money, I want to say. Just because it's a Pentacles card, it could be over money. But it is a power struggle. And I think that I get the feeling somebody might not even be aware that it's a power struggle, or that they're doing it to someone else. You know, that they're like kind of lording something over someone. And then let's look at the Two of Swords, this stalemate, trying to make the right move. Okay, and Justice again. We have Justice here, we have Justice here. I think this is telling you that this is going to come out in your favor. This issue, that's what you need to know. And I'm going to probably leave it there, because the last card is Justice, so I'm not going to continue to clarify. I think that's the message that we need to give, is you are going to come out, I don't want to say the victor, but it's going to come out in your favor. The judgment is going to be in your favor for whatever issue you're dealing with there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do your pick a card message from the universe, what you need to hear this week. I'm going to shuffle for that, for messages for Gemini. While I'm shuffling, if you would do me a favor, because I am very new at YouTube still. I've been reading for 15 years, so this is new. So if you would hit that subscribe notification bell to help me grow my channel, I would really appreciate you. And drop me comments, say hello. I always respond to my comments. You can see that from my past videos. So let's see what you got. Okay, I have card 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So you know how to pause, think about it if you need to. So I'm going to jump right in. So for card number 1, the Page of Swords, be very aware of people talking about you behind your back. That is the reverse Page of Swords, meaning that I feel is going on here. So I would be careful about what I say and to whom I say it. You make sure that this is somebody you really, really trust this week. Card number 2, the Queen of Wands reverse. So there is an element of, again, of backbiting, of somebody who is using power for a difficult purpose, for a wrong, selfish purpose. There's also the feeling here of somebody that is saying that they are for you and they're not for you. They are using their power or their position in your life for some negative means, at least for this week. Just be very, very careful about who you trust. Be very, very careful about it. And for card number 3, we have the Five of Wands, struggle and tension. This is what's going on for you this week, is struggle and tension. The best way to break out of it is to not fight it anymore. It's not doing you any good to be throwing your money on the table. You know, you don't need to have what's the expression? You don't need to have a dog in the fight. You know, you can pull yourself out of the competition, out of the argument, out of the struggle, and try to avoid those arguments because they're really not going to get you anywhere this week. Okay, Gemini, it's a tough week. I understand that. Hopefully next week will be a better week. I will see you again then.